All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruchah HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from the GMS Camp Atlanta, coming back at you through the Spirit with another lesson. And I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. Now, you know, you have all of this talk about the Epstein files and the Epstein files, this and the Epstein files, that. But you have these lower level Edomites that are committing the same crimes that the higher level Edomites are committing. Okay. And you got these pedo rings that are running around all over the country in many different organizations that are ran by Edomites. The CIA, Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the courts, the judicial, the executive, and the legislative branch. Okay, so these things are running rampant everywhere that Esau has power, everywhere that he has control. Okay, and he's being revealed. All of this evil is being revealed because we know that his end is near. All right. Regardless to all of these hardships that are coming, because we see the hardships that are coming, and that's a symptom of the ending of the empire. Okay, so we have these hardships that are here, because of the policies of these white pale males, and more and more information is coming out. More and more information is showing that these people that are in power are disgusting disgusting creatures. I wouldn't even call them human beings. That would take the innocence from children, especially little boys, because that's what they prefer is little boys, and to destroy them. But then yet you want to hold all of these people accountable for crimes. And the very people that are committing the most crimes are in the position to convict others, to judge others. Okay. That this world is completely devoid of judgment, of good judgment. Okay. So I have a series of videos I'm going to play, of course. All right. We have the one right here says, why is no one reporting on this? And then we have one from, a so-called white woman that's talking about how, the Edomites or the so-called white people are literally the problem on the earth. All right. And that's something that everyone can see at this point, that these people that look like this, the bald face, pale males, and even some that have beards on their face, are the ringleaders, are the facilitators of this type of debauchery. Okay. They're the facilitators of it, and everything that they do is evil. Okay. Everything that they do is evil. So I'm going to start off with a quick precept. I'm going to go to Jeremiah 49 because, I was pondering about this yesterday, and the Lord is revealing all of these things that this devil has been doing in secret. All of those things that he's been accusing everybody else of, he's been doing, and the Lord is revealing it. It says, you know what? I'm going to go to verse 7. Start at verse 7. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman, because they're doing stupid shit. Okay? It's like it's just a free for all of dumbass shit. Okay? Because all of his secrets are coming out. All right. And why is it coming out? It's one, because the Lord is revealing it, and two, because Esau's making stupid decisions now. That's causing the magnifying glass to go to be put on him. All right. It says, is wisdom no longer in Teman? Is the counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? You see that? They're making stupid, rushed decisions. And a lot of them are by force now. Oh, we have the power, so we're going to just force you to do it. And they understand, these Edomites, the ones that are in power, they understand the pushback of doing something suddenly. That when you do something, suddenly, right, you're going to get pushed back. All right. And that's why they do things through gradualism, slowly but surely, because you can move something slowly but surely, uh, without it really, recognizing that you're moving it until it's too late. Like a frog, kind of like a frog in cold water. You turn the water up. You turn the heat up a little bit more, a little bit more. Before you know it, the frog is dead and boiled, and he didn't even realize that he was being boiled. Right, so it's kind of like the same deal. That's that totalitarian tiptoe, I guess, or what's the word that I'm looking at? I think it's a totalitarian tiptoe, where you take two steps forward, one step back, but you gained a step. Okay, it says. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. You see, so the Lord is bringing calamity upon him. This is why all of this shameful shit is coming out, and we'll get that too. This is why uh all of these things are coming out because he has a shameful history. Okay, and it says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, will they not destroy till they had enough? Yeah, because the average person would only take until he had enough. But Esau is like, okay, I got enough, but I'm taking it all because that's his mo. He's a greedy devil. All right, he's going to continue until he destroys everything. And here's the point. It says, I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. So these are all the things that um, they do in secret. Okay, and the Lord is revealing and the Lord sees it. Okay, the Lord sees it and He's revealing it. And I'm gonna get that precept too in just a second. So it says, I have uncovered his I read it again. It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he should not be able to hide himself. So all of these evil things that Esau's been doing, I mean, everything is coming out. I mean, there's like nothing that's not being revealed on this man. I mean, from the pedo rings, from the chemtrails, from the poison in the food, from the poison in the water, from the wars that he's been starting, the creation and of the monetary system and why it was designed to, all of the history on Rockefeller and taking over the schools. I mean, everything is coming out on this devil. Everything. And and I'm just putting this out there, the men of the great millstone, starting with our elders and the apostles on down, we're the ones who pioneered this and put this vibration out there through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? That's why these people are doing this, is because we put the spirit out there through the spirit of the Lord, you know, for this information to come out. And they're bringing out part of the information, but they're not bringing out the most important part, which is the biblical aspect of it. Okay? So, but I have made Esau bare, and he would and uncovered his secret places, all those things that he was hiding, and he should not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay, so Esau, his whole bloodline is spoiled. This is why there's no. This is why there's no good Edomite. There's no good Edomite woman. There's no good Edomite man. Okay, they're all wicked. All of them are wicked. You cannot get a good fruit out of a wicked ass tree. You just can't do it. The tree itself is wicked, so it's going to bear wicked fruit. Okay, but then if a so-called white woman get with a so-called black man, an Israelite man, that seed is going to be of Israel. Okay, so anyway, I have a precept that I want to bring out. Well, you know what? Let me grab one more. All right, so we're gonna go to Isaiah 29, and just to back up the scripture, it's Isaiah 29 and 15. This is Isaiah 29 and 15, and it says, "Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who seeth us, and who knoweth us?" You see that? They think that they can hide what they're doing. But like I said, the Lord, as I just brought out in the book of Jeremiah 49, the Lord has revealed Esau's secret parts, and he will not be able to hide himself. These evil things that he has been doing throughout the centuries are things that he has been hiding. Okay? And these are receipts. One of the reasons why these things are coming out is because this is judgment. This is like, when you go to court, they're reading off the charges. One count of murder, one count of this, one count of that. These are all the charges that the Lord is publicly announcing to the world. This man is a pedophile. This man is a rapist. This man is this. This man is that. This man did this. This man did that. And he's reading out the charges before the world, the genocide in Gaza, the lies, everything. He's revealing all this stuff to the world. This is why the scripture saying in the book of Obadiah, okay, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Okay, because once these receipts, these receipts come out, which they have been, the rest of the world is looking at this devil like, what the fuck? Okay, you've been doing all of this. We thought the niggas were the ones that were the problem. Nah, you the problem. Okay, the rest of the world is starting to learn that their ancestry goes back to a nigga in some kind of way. All right. And they're starting to understand who the real problem is, especially their women. All right. Verse 16. It says, "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or the thing framed say of him that framed it, hath no understanding." You see? So the Lord made Esau to be this wicked, to be this evil. All right. But the point is in verse 15, where this devil has been hiding his works and keeping his things in secret, because the law of secrecy is one of the things that this devil has been using as his power tool for such a long time. So without further ado, I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna play both of them back to back. I'm gonna try to let the whole videos play without chiming in. But just go ahead and get a listen.
Jeffrey Epstein client list. While everybody's attention has been on the Jeffrey Epstein client list, did you hear about the 29 law enforcement officers that were arrested and pled guilty to child SA crimes? Officers were arrested and pled guilty in the month of June alone for child SA crimes. And yet no Democratic outlet is talking about it. These 29 law enforcement personnel were across various agencies in the United States, and they were charged with child SA offenses in the month of June, including raping, child porn, and even abusing all of these individuals who had sworn to protect children. These weren't random suspects. These were officers, deputies, agents, people with badges and pew-pews. One of these individuals was caught with abuse images, and another had groomed and coerced minors. And many of them have been pleading guilty to multiple charges and are being sentenced currently. But you want to know who's not reporting on it? No Democratic news outlet. No protests, no outcries, no protect children, no defund. While everybody's attention has been on the Jeffrey Epstein client list, did you hear about the 29 law enforcement officers that were arrested and pled guilty to child SA crimes? 29 police officers were arrested and pled guilty in the month of June alone for child SA crimes. And yet no Democratic outlet is talking about it. These 29 law enforcement personnel were across various agencies in the United States, and they were charged.
All right, so you see You have these people here that are in powers. These are considered officers. All right. These are the enforcers. You know, these are the enforcers, right? Of the of the laws, right? They're the ones who are supposed to enforce the laws and keep the laws. Well, look what they're doing. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab this precept and then I'm gonna play the other video. You know, I got to get ready to go to work in a second, but um, so I'm gonna go to the Ecclesiasticus. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 10:2, and it says, I'm gonna start at 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Does this government seem like it's prudent? Were you giving money to foreign governments, foreign agencies while your own people starve? Where you're telling your military to commit unlawful orders and do what's in your best interest, right? Um, yeah, you see, this is not anything but that. This isn't a prudent and well-ordered government. This is a shameful government. It says a judge of the people, as the judge of the people, as the judge of the people himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein. All right. So if you have the people at the top of the echelon, right? Right, the top of the echelon, um, they are committing these acts of pedophilia. They're committing uh um they wanted to commit acts of debauchery, so to speak, right? These are the people at the top, and the people right up under there and seeing, oh, we can do that. Oh, we can do that. So they do it too because the people at the top are getting away with it. Now, the enforcers, and the people at the top are both in league together. This is why you have this blackmail ring happening in Washington right now between the people that are in power and the small hatters, because the ones that are at the top been doing it. They got the ones that are the representatives to get involved, and then the representatives get involved, and then the officers get involved, and then the people that are governed, they're all like that too. You see? And then you want to sit there and say, "Oh, well, this is just how it is." This is no, it's not. This is not life. This is not how it is. This shit is wicked. Okay, the things that these people do. And these are the rulers. These are the ones that are in power. Okay? So the people at the top are wicked. They're pedos. And then the people that are directly running the government, because the government, the government officials, Trump and all them, they not the ones running things. Okay? And then the people, the enforcers, which are the officers, they're involved in it too. I mean, I bet you any amount of money, these things go far, wide, and reaching. What we're seeing is it's just a scratch of the surface. This ain't even deep. Okay. So anyway, I got this other video, and I want you to listen to this white woman because she goes in.
A tough one to talk. So this is a tough one to talk about. I don't see any way around it. And let me apologize in advance to those white men who I am acquainted with and respect and love. But you've got to speak what's true. Pedophilia, victimizing of people who you have power over. In this case, the victimizing of children who you have power over.
Oh, well, look, man. Look.
Has anyone noticed that in every arena, it is rich white men who dominate the field? We know Epstein, where it's so distressing that some of the richest men on the planet habitually sexually abused children. SA'd, I think I'm supposed to say, children. And they were tied together in secrecy, in keeping each other's secrets for decades. They were tied together financially. I think it was, if you deal with me financially and you become dependent or become intertwined, you're less likely to ever reveal anything about the things we've been doing in the dark. The same sort of ethic is true in churches, the Catholic Church, which for beyond decades, a century, kept the secrets of the white male priests who were essaying children. The same is true in small pastorates, small churches, where the pastor has a lot of power. Don't anybody say, oh yes, but it doesn't just have to do with that. I mean, a lot of women, still support these people. Sure.
Now you heard how she's talking about they've been doing this shit for centuries, and she's right. They've been doing this for centuries. I'm gonna see if I can find I'm gonna see if I can find it while this is playing.
They do. As long as women are in any way financially dependent on men, they're going to go along with almost anything, and that's just the truth. The latest, and I saw this morning on TikTok, and it was so distressing. The whole latest thing about we're going to declare certain occupational fields as not professional fields. I heard that and I thought, well, that's the dumbest thing. That has no point. What is the point of that? Well, the first thing I looked at was that, if you look at the fields, and I wrote them down, it's like master's degree in education, a CNA, which is a medical helper, physician's assistants, social workers, occupational therapists, physical therapists are no longer, and there's more, they're no longer, I thought they had one thing in common. They were the fields women were in. Now, what does it matter? It matters because if they are declared to be not professional fields, people cannot get financial aid to assist them in getting the education necessary to go into the field. Got it? No financial assistance able for a master's degree in education or physical therapy or physician's assistant. And why does that matter? Reason one, these are fields dominated by women. These are ways women can become financially independent, can become able to support themselves and their families. But number two, I didn't even think about till I saw it this morning on TikTok. And Creator, forgive me, please, for not noting down your name. These fields, every one of them that I named, are mandated reporters of child abuse. You get me? The white male federal government is saying, oh, they're not real fields anymore. Every one of them is mandated to report signs of child abuse.
All right, so you hear that? Now, if what she's saying is true, which I believe it is, that means that now, all across this country, children that are being assaulted, essayed by the so-called white father or the so-called white mother, it doesn't have to be reported. It's not going to be reported anymore. You see? So this is just more shameful spewing. And it just shows you that this thing goes deep. These people don't want to give up this evil shit. These things are ingrained deep in their genetic makeup. This evil things that they do. They don't want to give it up. They want to have access to raping and destroying children. Okay? They want to have access to that stuff. They want to have access to being able to take a child whenever they want to. All right? These are the people that are in power. Okay? And this comes down from the top. This is all of them, and they control everything. They control the judicial, the legislative, and the executive branch. They control the CIA. They control the FBI. They control the Vatican. They control CPS. They control the Department of Homeland Security. They control the FDA and the CDC. They control all of this stuff. These are the people that are in power. These are the people that are in control. Okay? So I'm gonna grab one more precept and close out on this because I got to get ready to go to work. But I'm gonna revisit this because I wanted to go in a little bit more on this, Lord will. But I'm gonna go to the book of Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be returned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." And again, going back to Isaiah 49:19, the Lord is revealing the glory of Esau Edom. The Lord is revealing the type of the type of creature that he is, the evil that he has, the history that he has. He's been doing this for so long, for generations. Okay, and it's finally time for this man to be taken out of power. All right, and he is, and like I said before, these are the receipts that are being read off, the charges. Okay. So this is how we know that we're at the end of his rulership. So with that, I'm gonna end it off by giving all praises, going on to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rachel HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostle, great millstone, and Abba Ball. Shalom.